Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, am I truly making my own choices or is everything already decided for me? Every morning you wake up, pick your clothes, decide what to eat, where to go, what to say. It feels like you're in control. But what if that feeling, the very sense of control, is nothing more than an illusion? Welcome to Mind Maze Explainer, where we uncover the hidden patterns of the mind and the strange truths behind human behavior. Today, we're diving deep into one of the oldest and most haunting questions in philosophy and psychology. Do we really have free will, or is every decision just a result of invisible forces guiding us? Part 1. The feeling of choice. Let's start with something simple. You're watching this video right now. Did you choose to click it? Or did YouTube's algorithm, your curiosity, and 100 unseen memories decide for you? Every action we take seems voluntary, but the mind is a storyteller, and the story it loves most is the story of control. Scientists have found that the brain begins preparing a decision before we even become aware of it. In experiments, brain scans detected neural activity milliseconds before a person consciously decided to move a finger. In other words, your brain had already made the choice before you thought you did. So if the brain acts first and you follow, who's really in charge, the thinker or the thought? Part 2. The domino effect of the past. Think of your life as a row of dominoes. The first one fell the day you were born, maybe even before that, shaped by genetics, family, culture, and events you never chose. Every belief you hold, every fear you carry, every desire that drives you, they all come from somewhere. When you choose your favorite food, is it a free choice, or is it your childhood memories, your culture, your biology whispering the answer before you know it? Free will, it seems, might just be the last domino falling, convinced it jumped on its own. Part 3. The comfort of control. But here's the twist. Even if free will is an illusion, the belief in it might be essential. Psychologists call it the illusion of control, the comforting sense that our choices matter. It's what keeps gamblers rolling dice, thinking their hand movement can change fate. It's why we plan our future as if the universe takes notes. It gives us motivation, purpose, and meaning. Without it, life can start to feel like a movie already written, and no one wants to watch a film when they know every scene is fixed. So maybe the illusion of control is not a lie, but a necessary story that helps us survive the chaos. Part 4. Philosophers versus psychologists. Philosophers have argued about this for centuries. Determinists like Spinoza and Laplace believe that every event is the inevitable result of the one before it. If you knew every atom's position in the universe, you could predict the future completely. But existentialists like Sartre disagreed. They said humans are condemned to be free. That even in chains, we must choose how we respond. Modern psychology finds itself somewhere in between. Our environment shapes us, yes, but within that environment, we can still make micro choices, small shifts that ripple into big outcomes. You may not control the waves, but you can learn how to surf. Part 5. The science of decision making. Inside your brain, billions of neurons fire every second. When you make a choice, it's not magic, it's chemistry. Dopamine, serotonin, and past experiences mix together to predict outcomes and minimize pain. That's why habits are so hard to break. They're written into the brain's wiring. Yet the moment you become aware of that wiring, something incredible happens. You create a gap between impulse and action, and in that gap lies the closest thing we have to free will. Part 6. The paradox of awareness. Here's the paradox. If we accept that free will is limited, we actually gain more control. Why? Because awareness gives choice meaning. When you recognize your biases, your emotions, and your automatic reactions, you step out of the autopilot mode. You may still be influenced, but you're no longer blind. That awareness, that moment of conscious understanding, is where your power truly begins. Part 7. The final thought experiment. Imagine a chessboard. You are one of the pieces, you moving, reacting, strategizing. But what if you also realize you're part of the board itself, part of the system that decides how the game unfolds? That's the essence of the human mind. Both player and piece, both freedom and fate, both cause and effect. Maybe the question isn't, do we have free will? Maybe it's, what will we do with the little freedom awareness gives us? So, are we really in control? Maybe not completely, but that doesn't mean our lives are meaningless. Every thought, every decision, every spark of reflection brings us closer to understanding the strange, beautiful maze that is the human mind. And in the end, even if the maze was built before we entered it, we still choose how we walk through it. Thank you for watching Mind Maze Explainer. If this made you think differently, subscribe and keep exploring the mysteries of the mind with us. Because sometimes the biggest illusion isn't the lack of control, it's believing we ever understood it.